There's something I've noticed these past few weeks and months is that food and beverage producers are having to do more with less. That's not to say the aim hasn't always been to maximize throughput and minimize waste. I mean, it is a business after all. But external forces are forcing the industry to take more control over the things that they can control. And if you get started with the workforce, the fact that people were going to leave around this time, in history wasn't exactly surprising. I remember being in high school, 20, 30 years ago, that being told that Social Security was going to collapse because there weren't enough people in my generation and younger generations to support the older ones. And I think what happened was people just were caught off guard by how many people exited the workforce at once during the Great Resignation that happened during the pandemic. Another thing are crop yields and raw materials. They've always been a bit unpredictable, but I think bird flu and poor cocoa and orange harvests, among others, have really driven up costs. And those are all compounded by what's happened recently with inflation. And then there are the consumers themselves and, you know, their habits. And people typically turn to private label products, or at least in the past, or more recently have been turning to private label products when times get tough. But right now, even private label producers are saying that consumers are just deciding whether or not they need to make a purchase at all, not just go with a lower cost option. And I think these factors, either by themselves or in combination with each other, have reduced profit margins. And manufacturers have been doing all they can to stay in the black. And they've been doing that by putting the squeeze on production to get every bit of product out the door that they can. And in some cases, that's probably literal, that they're putting the squeeze on production. And while we bring you the equipment and strategies to maximize production and to help you do your job the best you can in every issue, um, this one focuses the April issue focuses exclusively on improving operational efficiencies, and we're looking at maintenance strategies, uh, and workforce recruitment, and all the way through to automation. And we hope that you find what you're looking for in this issue. And we always want to hear what you're doing and if you're implementing some of these strategies that we've wrote about or covered. And if you're not, are you doing something different? We'd love to hear from you and just get in touch.